Hello and good day. My name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In this video, if you have any questions that I could answer for you, I know it's early. At least it's early here. I don't know about where you are. But if there's anything that I could help you with, please feel free to go ahead and ask in the chat. I'll leave this up. If you want me to look at something, I can. The objective right now is I have a little bit of time before little Chris has to get up. So we're going to edit a video and answer some questions. And that's the plan. So that's what we're going to do. I got this video right here. I had the pleasure of speaking with Nathan Gotch yesterday. I was able to get way more time than I thought. You know, I've talked to other people that are very far ahead of where I am currently in my SEO career, I guess. And oftentimes when I talk to them, they're very sparing with time. But he was ultra generous with his time. He didn't want a script. He didn't want to know the questions. He was on point, generous, kind, and very knowledgeable. So it was a definite pleasure speaking with Mr. Gotch. And I thank you for that. Anyway, let me go grab a sub. Give me 1 second. Give me a second. Let me go grab something real quick. But yeah, if you have anything that you're curious about, anything that I could potentially help you with, let me know. All right. Oh yeah. All right. Ready? All right. Got my mints. Got my ghosts. Shut the phone off. Right? People I turn it on and it's like ding, 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 ding. I'm like, no, I'm not awake. Everybody that knows me knows I'm awake. That's funny. Anyway, or maybe I didn't go to bed. All right. No, I did last night. I went to sleep. So we're going to edit this. Let me go back over here. I use this tool called Time Bolt. Oh, whoever made this is a genius. All right. What's up, Chris? Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. Computer Geek. Hey, Chris. Hello. Good day. Good morning. Great to see you. If you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and ask. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. I have a little bit of time. Little Chris leaves at 7, so we have a half hour together. All right. I'm going to edit this video. I'm not covering anything in particular. I'm giving you time, my most valuable asset. Right? So, please, I would love to help anybody that I can. If you're here and there's something that is giving you trouble, let's see it. I'll see what I can do for you. All right. I think about this and do this every single day. So I assure you, I probably can help if it's SEO. All right. I've been thinking about SEO for over a decade, every day. Here's a fun fact, right? I'm talking to Nathan Gotch. He's only 33. I was like mind blown. I was like, what? 33? So, man, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I wasted so many years. So many years. Anyway, let's go see what we have. Do you ever sleep? I sleep 6 hours. So, the schedule, if that's a question, is so usually we'll wake up at 4 because I want to wake up, have a meal, go for a walk, clear my mind. I fill out my board, which is right there. I fill out that board for my daily task sheet. And then that way it's right in front of me and I see it all day and then I run down the list, right? It like drives me insane. So I work down that list. And as you can see, there's 10 action items on the list for today. The first action out was edit this video because I had him talk in the mastermind first and foremost in order to add value to the group. But secondly, of course, I wanted content for YouTube. But there's certain things that we chatted about that, you know, should remain private. So I'll clean that out. But anyway, yeah, I'll wake up 4, 3 sometimes, or I'll go to sleep at 4 and then wake up at 7 when Chris has to go to school. I go at 7:10 out to the bus, hang tight, get in my car, go have a coffee, and then I'll come back to work. And then I'll meet with my partner. Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. What do you guys got? Do I ever sleep? Rare. I sleep a little bit, 6 hours I try. Could you please give a step-by-step process on how to start implementing SEO tactics for a local business? That is a interesting business idea. Okay. Oh, I didn't get the... Here. Zoom that back in here. Okay. Here's some action items. All right. If that's really... that's a very broad statement, right, my friend? However, step number 1 is I would make sure that I'm on hosting. I know that sounded ridiculous, right? But getting the proper hosting to start, it should be action item number 1. If you're not sitting on one of the top 3, 4, really, like if you're not on Google, Azure, Alibaba, or Amazon, if you're not sitting on their servers, like on a VPS, I would recommend doing that. Either a VPS or cloud service of some sort, right? Because I think they're going to have a chokehold on things in the future. OVH is also a very large company. All right, so with that being said, once I have hosting, that hosting and that speed element and having high quality hosting will damper, right, a lot of your issues later on. Speed, all types of stuff, security. Pay the money for the hosting. So that's step number 1. The next thing is you need to make a decision, right? Is it going to be Drupal? Is it going to be WordPress, right? Is it going to be HTML? Is it going to be static? Is it going to be one of these new CSS-based type websites, you know? Is it going to be image heavy, right? But back to SEO primarily. What's up? Yeah. You gotta like really push it. That top, that. Well, walk away for a minute and then come back and it will. It will. Calm. It will. Is that all? Okay. Well, I'm sure it will. That's its job. It only has one job. Okay. Um, See, and that's something that, took many years. You can't let outside heads distract or disrupt your Zen, right? Very hard to do, you know. There, there's all these like little things, and like on the outside, like surrounding you, and everything's trying to keep you off of your path. Not me. I stay focused. Any case, um, took care of hosting. If we're just talking about SEO, Emmanuel, get your foundation in order. You want to have success? Set the foundation up for success. What is your primary service? What are the locations that you want to hit? And start with 5 supporting pages for each of those services. Very simple. Website.com, then website.com/service, right? Then it's going to be this copy /service plus location, right? Push this forward. Then we need to support it. So take this, copy, put it right here, just like this. Support. All right? Get your foundation in order. What's your service? Service, service location, support. It's that easy. Once you have that in order, I have fast service, I have fast VPS, fast either or some type of cloud service. Then we talk about foundation. We need to be concerned about our foundation of the actual website, because without proper crawling, without proper foundation, you're toast. You're toast. The next thing is we need to come up with a strategic plan, right? Strategic as in actually think about it. And don't get overwhelmed. Don't look at the site as a big project. Look at it as little miniature silos. Okay, here's the top level and I need to work my way down. That's a big thing where you'll get, you'll get distracted and it'll seem daunting, right? Take it one service at a time. Service, service location, supporting. Build out your depth of concept. Once you have that, you'll be golden. Then the very next step is going to be start getting an internal linking plan. Inner linking, okay? Then we want to take care of our head and our footer, okay? Header is going to list, it's up to you how you want it to look. If you're going to use mega menuing and things that look good, we can do our locations. But no matter what, have top level pages in header, okay? And no matter what, have top level pages in footer. What do I mean by this? Well, when you take a look here, see this website.com/service, these pages, top level pages, why? Because power trickles down. And when we start adding in other links, external votes, because we're taking care of our internal voting system here. We're signaling to Google that this is the structure, also the level of importance, right? So if that's our level of importance, we need to internally link that way. The majority of the internal link flow is going to point here, right? Okay. So now we have header, footer, plus our internal linking scheme is all pointing to service pages, right? Now when Google comes to the page, they're like, dang, these pages are important. And that's the goal. Now, I assume where people struggle is they overcomplicate things, okay? Anchors, I'm being very top level here. Anchor, okay? And links. All right, now, if you're just starting out in your local business, this is what I would make sure that you have. Citations, right? This is digital references that are online. Make sure you get your citation. The very next thing that I would take care of is a press release, okay? Now, if you're coming to chrispalmer.org, we have multiple flavors. The difference here is, do you want high-end links? Do you need something to show to somebody to make it look really good, right? Like, do I need Yahoo links? Do I need AP News? Do I want Business Insider? Do I need this stuff? Because I assure you that these individual links, SEO is like a piggy bank. right? You're adding one penny at a time, okay? Yes, I want those links, but it's not necessary at first, and that's what you're asking me at first to set you up for success. Citations, PR, okay? You can go basic, and then after month 2, then you could do premium, okay? Citations, PR, I would set up foundation. Foundation links could be your Web 2s, getting listed on your directories, paid directories, all of your socials I would consider foundation. You know, you should have 50 to 100 basic foundational links that have been built. You know, do you have a Quora page? Are you on all the directories that are niche specific? Have you paid for niche specific placements? This type of stuff, right? Foundation. Your Web 2.0s. Do you have a blogger? Do you have your basic stuff, right? Citations, PR, foundation. The next piece that I would be making sure that I have is I would look to get 10 to 20. To be honest with you, let's just keep it honest. It's going to be 20 plus, okay, per location page. I'm looking for high equity, high referring domain count, potent links to each of these pages. That's the top level and location plus service. If I can get about 20 high quality links to each of these pages, generally, depending on where we're competing and what we're competing for, right? You're usually going to be doing pretty good. All right. This kind of stuff here is pointing at, like, your citations are going to the home page, depending on what you're doing. You know, I'll generally recommend stuff because it's what I do. And then I always forget that I'm competing for homes. Like, we buy houses, sell your home fast, like there, or personal injury. So the stuff that I'm doing might slightly vary from your, you know, regular, I don't know, roofing or home service type stuff. The home service type stuff can be competitive, like water restoration is a real pain in the behind, right? You might want to follow this protocol here. All right, I don't want to get too much. I want to make sure I give value to everybody, but make sure you're starting with fast hosting. I'm super high level here. I didn't get into the weeds too much. Make sure your structure is proper. Make sure you focus on your internal linking. Then we want to get our internal links, primary pages in the head and also the foot. If you don't want to do a lot of the work, all right, the math, when we're building out these specific pages, I could always recommend POP. All right. I don't have, I mean, I love Kyle, don't get me wrong, but it makes no difference what tool you use. As long as you can do the math. I know that Neuron Writer, a lot of guys like that. We personally, like, when I have X client come, you know, unless they're buying content that needs to have a report with it, we're doing optimizations based on the SERP. That's us, right? Now, if somebody gets content and they want to see a report, then we offer a service plus the report, which is POP, okay? Because it does a good job. The math is pretty close. I haven't assessed that in a long time. I'm going to go back in and make another video regarding that, looking at, okay, here's what I would do, and here's what pops up. How close is it? All right, 6:45. We got 5 more minutes. What else do you guys need? All right. Can you share best practice for receiving recurring client payments? Well, for receiving, all right. So for international clients, we use a system called Wise, okay? I also deploy I utilize Chase Bank, and Chase Bank has ACH. So what we'll generally do is within Chase, there's a form to fill out, and you give them the form. And then we use a system called Conga Sign. So Conga Sign, I'm able to give terms of service, refund policies, this types of stuff to international clients. United States, you have a lot more leniency because I live here, right? But for international clients where everything's online, I never see them ever. Conga sign wise, we also have a payment gateway through Chase. So that's how I do it. I'm sure there's a million ways. There's a million ways to, make, I don't know, soup, you know. So hopefully that helps you out. And then as far as the recurring payments, I always do things a lot different. I get this question quite a bit, but every single thing that I do, right? Whether it is the creation of a page, okay, that's a service. The optimization of a page, that's a service. Every single service has a level of difficulty and a time frame in which it takes to make it, right? In order to produce it. So if I take difficulty plus time, there's a value that has been assigned to that task, okay? So what I'll do is when I have somebody come in the door, and as the years have passed, my brother helps me, my pop and I work together. I have a woman named Tammy, she helps me out, and her husband named Dave. So the assessment is always done by me, but everything has been assigned like I mentioned, it's a difficulty plus time. Difficulty plus time equals a cost. Now, once I come up with that cost and I have, okay, hey, guy needs 100 pages, all right? Well, are these location landing pages or are these primary pages? Because that will lend, or blog pages or supporting content, right? Each of those pages have a different level of difficulty. A location-based landing page is a lot less difficult than a top-level page or a blog article or statistics page, right? There's less work involved. So in any case, if I have 100 pages, we'll say, all right, and then, I need to, do you have somebody to upload those pages? Okay. Do you need images? All right. Do I need a re-optimization? Do I have to optimize the content, right? Each little task has a time plus cost. What I'll do is I'll come up with the project. The project is just pages, optimization, images, plus links equals your end cost. So if I add up everything and it's $8,500, depending on the client, I could say, hey, it's $8,500 and here's I'll get you all sorted out for this. Generally though, people want to pay monthly. So I'll say, okay, $8,500. What's your budget monthly? Oh, my budget's $1,200. I'll say, okay, 85 divided by $1,200 or $1,000, whatever it is, equals your pay. But I don't want to stretch it this long. I want to get the work done as soon as possible. So then I'll say half now, half later. That's what I do. You can do whatever you want. All right. I've been very, very picky lately. I really I like chiropractor, law, all types of law, family law, divorce law, personal injury. I like law, right? I like their the people. They're very number analytical. And then the other space that I really, really like is guys that are selling planes, boats, and houses. Or they're buying, really, they're buying. The majority of my business now, other than CoursePalmer.org, is lead generation. But that's another talk for another day. Hey, Chris, how do you keep backlinks still indexed? If the backlinks aren't staying indexed, there could be a reason. Also, too, I want to point out, I look at things a lot differently than everyone else, right? And just because I don't see a page in a search result doesn't mean that I'm not getting equity from that link. Every single page on the web, essentially, has been indexed by Google. If it's been indexed and it's made it in, right? It's made it into the index, then I've already been given credit, essentially, in my opinion. That's up to you. Like if you believe that, hey, the page that I get a link from has to be in the search results when I'm searching for something, and that's the only way to get credit, then that's fine. But that's not how I look at it. As long as it has shown up initially, made it past the filters in order to show in search results, and as long as I know that page has been crawled and seen, I've either gotten credit or I haven't. Period, end of statement. Just because the content isn't good enough to be shown in SERP doesn't mean that the hyperlinks or the links haven't been crawled. I assure you they have. Search results are a filter. It's been filtered, my friend. You know, and each SERP, each filtering is different for everyone. So I wouldn't be overly concerned with that. However, with that being said, I do feel that there is a lot less links that are getting credit nowadays. All right, I only have a few minutes left because I got to go see little Chris, but any latest black hat tips that it's moving the mountain? Okay. So, you know, I really want to stay away from the black hat stuff because it's not good for business, right? You know, the 90% of the work that I do is 100. I don't want to say white hat. It's more in the gray area. I don't do any black hat. Just so we're both on the same page anymore. I don't do any black hat anymore. Like none. Now gray hat is another story. Like I think that there's an imaginary line. Well, when you cross that line, though, it's no longer imaginary. There's certain things that I used to do many moons ago that I no longer take place in, right? So, yeah. Anyway, but what's moving the mountain? Nothing. So, anybody that is showing you one thing, and this is the one thing that's going to, cause a massive spike or a result, that's a lie. It's a combination of continuous things that moves the mountain. Now, there might be something in that line of things, right? Different optimizations that you're doing that cause the result, but there's no one thing. I haven't found it. Now, there's certain things that we do. We build a tool for traffic, right? An internal tool. It's an internal tool, right? For running traffic and clicks that auto-generates profiles, right? With that being said, like, yes, that is one thing that, yes, we can fluctuate and cause impact in the SERP, no question. But can I take a website that's brand new, sitting at position, say 47, which is where it indexed, and spike it up to top 3? I don't know anyone that can. Not for anything competitive. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. Thank you, Chris. Thanks, Chris. Is that Conga sign? Yes, Conga sign for. And there's a lot of companies out there that do, like e-signatures. There's also notary.com. There's, at least in the United States, online notaries are legal now, as long as you're both present virtually. So, you can get, not only can I create the document or a partnership agreement very easily, but I can also get it notarized and stamped. So when you get your contracts in order, I can get it notarized. So I mean, I don't know what type of contracts you're signing. Like I would never press the issue on, $1,000 a month. But, I'm sure for some people there are clients that are $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 a month, and they're in for a year. You want to guard that because of the amount of work. If you're signing a $25,000 contract that's monthly, man, that's a lot of work and investment. It's to me. So anyway, All right, what tool would you recommend to generate human-like bot traffic? We so I played with all of the tools. Okay, I know Garrett with CTR Booster. Um, I know I've played around with Awesome and Epic and Babylon Traffic and Spark Traffic and all. I tried and tested every single one of them, right? All of them, I assure you. And when I see new hot stuff and people point stuff out, we played with it. We For the clients that we have, and the amount of dollars that are on the line, just to be honest, the only way is we had a developer that's on my partner's team. Him and his wife built us a tool. They manage the tool, we built the tool, and what it does is it not only will change user agents and browser profiles, but it will also match speeds based on that profile, because the speed of the connection is drastically impacted based on the device that you're using. It'll also mask and mirror. The other piece to it is profiles, because search results are affected based on user behavior. There's certain users, like a 62-year-old lady, we'll say, named Sally in Omaha probably isn't on supreme.newyork.com, right? So the user profile that's going to Supreme, I'm sure there's outliers, but the general user profile that's on that website is, I don't know, but I'm using that as an example, all right? So generally what you can find is there's a lot of services out there that will track, user behavior. What sites were they on before they came to you? And that's done by the referral links. So once you get a lot of referral link traffic, plus you can look at sites that your competitors, people that have gone to their sites, you can start to develop a user profile based on this information. Once you know the user profile that's coming to websites, now you can affect search rankings. So that's it. There's nobody. The reason why I would highly recommend building is because people are selling a service, not a result. And when you're doing work for your clients, I'm not selling a service, I'm selling a result. So in order to produce a repeatable result, we had to build it ourselves. So that's it. Hopefully that gives you the answer you were looking for. What tool would you... Okay. All right. Chris has to go to school. I got to rock. I love you guys, man. I appreciate your time. I would have answered whatever. But thank you very much for your time today. I had a half hour, so I'm glad that I could share that with you. I did not edit my video. So thanks, guys, for that. And ladies, and everyone, thank you. Thank you. Man, I hope you like the new site. Does this look bad? I know it's not done, I know. But I hope that you guys like the new look. I've been taking my time here. I got a nice little big picture here. I got me in my suit here. We scroll down. I got these little sections. I'm trying to get real corporate with it, but this is the colors. Really, hopefully you guys like the color. I'm trying to be a little bit more, I don't know, polished. But this is what I'm thinking about going with. I hope that you like it. See? And I'm pushing people to my service. We're going to have a very good proxy service very, very soon. So hopefully you guys like that. All right, I got to go get little Chris. I love you guys and gals, everybody. I love everybody. Anybody that is rooting for me, I'm rooting for you. So hopefully I've helped you out today. And many blessings. I'll see you in the next one. I'll be on. It looks good. Thanks, man. Thank you, bro. And that's sitting on, if you guys want to know, I get these questions a lot. It is WordPress. It's sitting on Google. I use Google. It's Google with load balancing. I bought the VPS. It's got 8 gigs of RAM and 2 virtual cores, right? So rocket ship. I didn't add any speed plugins or anything like that yet. I didn't even worry about optimization yet of speed or on-site. It was just getting the way I wanted it to look first. Once I have that, we'll move on. The objective is to offer each and every service. It'll look very, very we run a lot of ads. I didn't know if you guys knew that or not, but the objective is to essentially, in my opinion, to create a bunch of landing pages. So on top of that too, I'm debating in my mind if I want to have a blog resource or something there, or have a different website for information, because I do a lot of testing and I want to share those details. So that's it. So I hope that this is helpful for you. It's been nothing but an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. Many blessings, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for your time. See ya. Bye-bye. I gotta go get little Chris. It's time to go to the bus. All right. I would love to just sit here and chat with you guys, man. I love you guys, but I gotta run. Bye-bye.